This is Dan Jurgens, and if you want to have a good time, keep listening to the Krypton Report.
Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action, and you're listening to the Krypton Report.
Hi, this is David Patrick Wilson. I played Superman, Clark Kent, in the television production of It's a Bird, It's a Plane, enjoying every minute of being right here on the Krypton Report.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane.
Welcome to this emergency episode of the Krypton Report. I'm Tyler.
I'm Solomon.
That's right. We're all here. Quick.
I forgot Solomon was there. I would have let him go.
Tickets are on sale, everybody. Officially, tickets are completely on sale.
Woo!
Heck yeah.
And from what I can see, it's been like the biggest pre-sale of 2025.
That's good.
Having also that was it last week or my days are all running together. I apologize. I can't remember if it's last week or a couple of days ago that the Fantastic Four tickets went on sale.
I think that was last week.
So yeah, it's crazy. So just let's hit some high news points, and then we'll jump into not only the tickets go on sale, we got a new trailer, which we suspected we would, but we weren't sure.
It literally just came out of nowhere.
So we were kind of hoping for a new trailer when they announced tickets, and I mean, it's basically what we got. It's only a minute. No, it's 2 minutes long.
It's 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a nice trailer. Okay. So here's a little bit of news I've gathered over the past few days. Yesterday was a massive Entertainment Weekly article that dropped. Yesterday, they started selling tickets for the Amazon pre-show. So on the 8th of July, there'll be a special showing if you bought tickets.
And that's what I have my tickets to.
Shut up, James.
I'm going to see it on the 8th at 7.
So
we have play practice, so we can't go see it.
Yeah, we have play practice, and if you're thinking, Tyler, you should skip play practice. Well, I'm one of the directors. My wife is is the musical director. My son and daughter are in the play. My father-in-law runs tech, and my mother-in-law is the other co-director. And I want to go to the movie with all of them.
And
so
I'm
we
sure
bought ours.
Already scheduled that into your rehearsal times.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is like we weren't sure. We had heard rumors about when this Amazon early showing was, but we didn't have any like definite information till the tickets went on sale. So I'm like, and I can't do that. So I'll have to go quiet for 2 days. And if you or Brian or anyone spoils something for me, there will be hell to pay.
You know, I got your back.
I know you do.
It'll be frustrating not to talk to you about it for 2 days, but
all I know is that if Brian spoils anything for me, I'm going to see Fantastic Four before him and give it all away.
I was going to say, I'll help you hide the body, but
but we got a lot of stills too of images that were like real cool with that Entertainment Weekly interview, and most all those images appear in this trailer. Most, not all. But I shared the link for it, and I encourage everyone to go check it out on the EW's website. But a couple things I pulled from that. One, Nathan Fillion says Guy Gardner feels a little bit higher strung in Lanterns. I've done scenes in Lanterns. We filmed it already where he's continually smug. It's neat to see him in different environments. So he will appear in Lanterns, which will be awesome, alongside Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan.
That'll be fun.
So,
the actor's good, but and Guy Gardner, a real person, I have to keep.
Yeah, the actor is amazing. Nathan Fillion is awesome. James Gunn has announced that a new Wonder Woman movie is in development. So
that's pretty great. That's great news.
Yeah. Have we got announced Batman yet?
We haven't got any new Batman. James Gunn has stated on if he's writing a sequel to Superman, he says, "What I'm working on is in some way. I mean, yes, but but is it a straight up Superman sequel? I would say not necessarily." Okay. All right. He says that, okay? Everybody goes to, oh, world's finest, world's fine. No, because what formula did we just talk about? Man of Steel, Superman movie, sequel, Batman and Superman. Let's not repeat that. I told it my pitch was always that the sequel to Superman be a Superman Supergirl movie fighting Brainiac.
Which I think that'd be good.
I think it would be very good.
Maybe have Parasite as like a side villain.
But I don't want to see World's Finest yet. Brian sent me a text earlier where he laid out like a really cool plan of like how they should build up, and World's Finest should be a movie that actually happens after a Justice League movie. I think I really agree with that. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. I agree that a World's Finest should come and after a Justice League. I think that would be great, as well as you know, like we've talked about Justice League movies. I mean, there's so many different ideas you could throw around, but something like a Forever Evil, as opposed to, you know, some sort of Crisis, you know, Dark or Final or Infinite or you know,
mental, midlife,
Identity.
Yep.
I know this.
Okay.
I think maybe DC, later in DC universe, maybe like after the first and Justice League movie, maybe you could have every 3 movies a year.
They laid out a plan to have 2 movies and like a TV show a year, and
that makes sense. That makes sense.
But all right, so if you're listening to this, everybody, pull up the trailer. It's getting a lot of hits right now. We are on the actual DC play. You won't be able to hear it, but it's 2 minutes. So we are going to play it and we'll kind of watch it together, and then we're going to talk about it. So if you guys get a chance, go ahead, pull it up now. If you need to pause the podcast, go pull it up. And James, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, wait.
You guys excited?
Oh, wait. Before we do this, we'll give everyone a chance. I sent you the link. Me and Solomon have been looking at this. It's the U.S. theater chain popcorn bucket breakdown. So we see that AMC is going to have the Daily Planet box with the popcorn in it, like a newspaper stand with a cup. And it'll have, looks like 3 different cup toppers, maybe 3 different variations of the cup. So we have the Symbol, Superman, and Crypto. Regal Cinemas, which we have none here, has the popcorn machine, like a Crypto holding a bowl, a couple of cups, and a Last Son of Krypton one. And then they have a couple plushies they're selling. Then Cinemark has some cool cups. Looks like one cup that has like lights up around it, like crystals.
Yeah, it almost looks like a Fortress cup.
And then the popcorn bucket, it's a dog bowl.
And we also have another popcorn bucket that me and Sigla want to get. Is Crypto holding the popcorn bucket?
So I guess we're gonna go see it at AMC on the 10th. Then maybe we'll see it the 11th at Cinemark. And Brian bought us tickets today. I got to pay him back. Him and I are going to see it in Columbus at one of those 3-screen theaters where it's the big screen and then it has 2 screens on the side.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he's like, we're going to try it. So I'm like, all right, if it's dope, Solomon, you and I will go back. Well, all of us will go back. Yes. I'm going to end up spending like $1,000 on this movie just in tickets alone.
Yeah, you're gonna go crazy on this thing.
Then can we see in 3D?
So okay, but here we go. The trailer. We're gonna do like we do when we do our free Patreon commentaries. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and press play.
Or maybe we can see in 4D.
Oh, if we'll be okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, play. This.
I love the
very Lex
narrative of Lex,
which I love because he's been very behind the scenes.
like
I definitely
this.
recommend turning on the captions.
Yeah, he's been very behind the scenes, but James Gunn has always said he's the bad guy, and this trailer makes it seem like he is definitely the primary antagonist.
What I liked about this trailer is we're not seeing that much new. We're seeing like a frame of like a scene we've already seen, but a little bit later. Metamorpho in the background. Me and Solomon call we believe it.
We'll get to
Talking
there later.
about
We'll get to
anybody
there
who
later.
raised you as a child, I'll kill them too.
He just threatened his parents, Lois. Big belly burger, baby.
Super suit, I assume.
That shot.
Oh, I know.
That's one of those. That's what I'm like. That's Gunn.
Ooh.
That one's
There's the one shot of Perry White in this. That's a good line from Lex.
Yeah, it is.
What is in the background?
This is sweet.
Yeah, that heat vision scene was pretty crazy. Definitely not seen that one before.
And we haven't seen him use heat vision till that. You know, like we were talking about, we did our Man of Steel watch. Is this whole market we have not seen heat vision used once? Okay,
which I think
love the trailer.
Smart.
It's good. It's I love that it's a Lex drawn narrative. Like we said, a lot of the same shots we've seen in other trailers, TV spots, but like just like a frame or two before or after. But there are a few spots worth mentioning that me and Solomon broke down. And I'm going to try to pause when I get to the first one. When Luther says, "I'll kill them too" at 41 seconds, it looks like it's Metamorpho in the background.
Now we don't know where this is or what time this is.
This looks like the prison that we will later see Clark or Superman in.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to really look at that in the background. I'm not sure if it looks like Metamorpho. It looked all white, which
exactly
Metamorpho's got some colors on him, but
right,
when is it? You know.
So there's a few. Like I said, there's some shots.
Like one of the fun things I think in the trailer is early on, right at the beginning, when the buildings are collapsing and Superman catches the building, and allows a person to be able to drive out. That's one of those very comic book things where Superman can hold up a building that's collapsing, that at this point should just start collapsing into pieces, but you know, he can hold it together long enough for somebody to get clear.
I mean, I'm just gonna go like crazy
and
like he's using his or bioelectric energy.
Exactly, one of those kind of things.
That's just together.
Yeah, that's just one of those Superman things. Like, you know, he can catch a building and hold it together just for that last second for somebody to get safe.
If you can,
and then we kind of see that what looks to be like maybe the aftermath of those buildings collapsing. We've seen that Superman in the dust kind of shot. And it could be in the aftermath of, you know, like 3 buildings collapsing.
Can you get to 1 minute and 9 seconds?
1:09. All right, wrap it up.
I think that's Ultraman without his mask.
In this sewer kind of space,
hitting Superman with heat vision.
Yeah,
because the costume looks very much like Ultraman's. Not 100% sure, but it's a theory. I think. There's another shot later that looks like him again. But let's talk about we have the money shot at 113 of Superman flying up fighting some people with Crypto. And Crypto ripping a mask off one of Lex's soldiers and then Superman punching his tooth out.
Teeth out. Like multiple teeth. I saw that. I was like, that is like, I said, that feels straight up like a James Gunn kind of thing.
Yes. But can we talk about
this?
What is happening? It really looks like the world is splitting in half. Like we see the city splitting and there's something down there. Because it seems like we get shots of Superman down there.
Right.
And we get shots of like Mr. Terrific near it. And it's spread out throughout this trailer. But if we're going in order of the trailer, go to 1 minute and 28 seconds.
Right here is where I spot out. Crazy.
Where am I? 24. Yeah, this scene. This is the scene I was like, whoa, that's some wild looking stuff.
So it looks like Metamorpho. Go ahead, Solomon.
This is what I feel like this is how it happened. I feel like what's going to happen is Lex throws Metamorpho's son down into the crack. And Superman comes to save his son. And Superman almost dies. And Metamorpho helps Superman out.
Because, like, you see Superman holding baby Joey, right? You see Crypto on the left side of the frame. And you see, like, Metamorpho in the right side in the back.
I don't even see Crypto.
Dude, what do you think this is?
Crypto?
It's a paw.
That's Crypto.
It does look like kind of does look like Crypto there.
Like
I'm not quite sure of all of what I'm quite seeing here, with
exactly
all the colors and the squares and rectangles in the background, the tentacles, the baby. It looks like maybe in space or something. That could be like the horizon, the curvature of the Earth. I don't know.
And
actually, it looks like it goes all the way around. It could be an event horizon of some kind,
Could be. Now, at 1 minute 30 is our one and only shot of Perry White. it's
in the back of
Mr. Terrific's ship, where we have Lois piloting, Jimmy, Ron Troop, Cat Grant, and Mr. Terrific, and I'm pretty sure Lombard's in there too. I think. Like I'm trying to check, but I can't tell. It's too fast.
And then Superman hits somebody, and that somebody kind of at 132, Superman hits somebody, and that somebody kind of looks like Metamorpho. I mean, not Metamorpho. I meant Ultraman. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks like the same person that we saw in the sewer with the heat vision, which looks like Ultraman without his mask, but looks like he has long hair.
Like Bucky.
So what is like? It looks like gravity is completely out of whack in this like crevice where Superman is, and there's like some kind of lights and swirling in the background. After Mr. Terrific tells him to quit messing around.
Okay, so yeah, the money shot, the money line right here. I'm just doing important stuff.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
And then we have him spinning around.
Heat visioning.
It looks like a bunch of Luthor's peeps. One's of his suited peeps.
We also see Crypto there, probably taking them out.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
Yeah.
I think I saw Perry White.
And then there's some flying shots that look intense.
Yeah. The camera work makes it look like he's flying really fast. It looks like it's upping the intensity on that, trying to make it look very kinetic.
Now, taking a look at some comments. Look at the comment section.
There's some good comments.
Can you comment that?
But so I'm excited. Like, I'm even more excited. I think I like hearing Luther. You know, there's still so much we don't know, even how the story's laid out. But only, like Solomon and I were talking earlier, one thing I think that we'll have is like Lois and Mr. Terrific will do their own side like quest together.
Gotcha.
Because we've seen the shots of him with her in like the desert, and he's got the T-spheres protecting her, and then we've seen an image like them in a tunnel, and then she's driving his ship at the end. So
right, the scene at the fortress when Lex and the engineer are there, it's Lex, Miss Tessmacher, and Ultraman, all of them at the fortress.
I wonder if it's because of Ultraman or something they're able to get into the fortress. Because, and like I said, like we know that the scene where Superman gets hurt and the robots fix him will come before Lex is in the fortress.
Yeah.
So
I think all the robots are gonna die.
Yeah. So we'll all cry when Robot 4 dies because we all know how amazing Alan Tudyk is. So
yeah, I'm not sure what that thing is. It looks all white. It doesn't quite have the colors, but you know that's the Metamorpho can change shape and colors and elements and that stuff.
So like I said, I like this trailer. I like that I'm not seeing too much more than I've already seen. It's just a little bit more of different stuff.
I'm really glad to see Lex be so evil in this trailer.
Solomon asked me if I think Lex will get caught. And I said, no, Lex always has a way of like weaseling himself out of stuff. Other people take the fall. And that's what makes Lex such a hated the butt villain.
Or maybe what if... Okay, how about what happens if Lex dies?
See, and I don't think they would do that yet, dude.
Okay.
You need your Lex.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But what other things about the trailer, James? High points, low points?
Oh man, like we covered so much. We get to see Nathan Fillion face to face in an antagonistic way, telling him make a move, Big Blue. Surrounded by green light. I mean, could be in Stag where he put the light up over, or the walls up over the windows inside there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, we could break this down more and more. It's not really worth it.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth going as much frame by frame. I just wanted to look at some of the newer frames of stuff that we may have never seen before.
What's that? Iron.
Yeah, I do like that we're getting to see some of the action set pieces. It looks like there's going to be a lot going on in this movie.
If you go to the DC official logo on their YouTube, it's the DC studio symbol with crypto.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
I have my first set of tickets. I need to figure out my second set of tickets when I'm going to see it, because I'll see it a second time that opening week. Gonna go see that prime screening, and then gonna check it out sometime then over the weekend.
I want to see it at least 3 times in theaters.
No, I'll see more.
Because like
one
back
of
in the
those
day,
will be when we come down and visit you towards the later part of July.
Mommy,
It's just one of those like it's not like when like I was telling Solomon just about how like movies used to stay in theaters a little bit longer because they weren't pushing as much of the streaming stuff like they do now. And it just kind of like movies stay a little bit longer if they start doing these digital releases and video on demand stuff. So I think I've already like pre-ordered my digital copy on Apple. Like you can just go ahead and hit pre-buy.
Nice.
I'm like,
He's like, I'm gonna have that the morning I wake up to it's released on digital.
I'll be like, I took the day off work. Wow.
Yep.
Again,
watch Superman for like the 6th time, 7th time by the time it comes home, and then and then all the special features.
Yeah, they'll be like, Tyler, you need help. But anything else you can think of we want to hit on? We don't have to make this a long episode.
I don't think so. I'm after seeing this one, I'm pretty excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's got a lot of action in it, and
here's what I want to do, Dad.
We just got to see more Superman do his thing in this trailer,
Yep.
So we exchanged a couple of TV spots over the week and saw a couple interesting beats with him as Clark. So just tiny bits there. I'm looking forward to seeing what we get.
All right, Solomon, final thoughts?
Here's what we're going to do, Dad. You're going to go see movies with you and Ryan. We're all going to go see it with Nan and Papa. Then we're all going to go see it again by dress regular. And we're all going to go see it again in 3D. We're all going to go see it again. And then
with James when he comes to visit.
With James. Then we're going to see in 3 different screens.
We're going to hit different theaters, different days, different times. He has it planned out. The boy has spoken.
Yes.
So the boy has spoken. And James agrees.
I do.
All right, everybody go buy your tickets. And if you haven't, also, it seems like every Superman fan but me got tickets for the early Amazon showing. So I'm going to be very upset if you guys spoil something.
Yeah.